بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاكم الله khairan for joining today. Today, inshallah ta'ala, is a short webinar for about an hour. We hope to go through some extended questions and talk about package selection and some common questions that need to be answered. So inshallah ta'ala, um, we will be talking about, first and foremost, I'll just get the start, inshallah ta'ala. So we're going to just talk about some of the common questions that need to be answered. A lot of people, mashallah, have a lot of questions, so we're going to go through that as quickly as we can today. So, Jazakumullah khairan once again for joining. I'm going to first go straight into it today, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khairan for your patience. The first question that we wanted to answer is in regards to the middle name being incorrect and not matching the passport. It is important that you check your profile and that your profile name, as in the details, not at the top on the right hand screen, but rather in the system when you actually go to edit profile, your middle name. Some people have responded and let us know, let us know that the middle name is missing. So if you have the middle name missing, what do you do? The simple answer is you just go to your profile, edit profile. So open your profile and then click edit profile and change your middle name to correspond to the passport name. That's very important. And you just save and close. And what will happen is you'll be under verification again. Alhamdulillah, we're seeing that within a few hours, the new verification is complete. So do ensure that the name is correct. That way it will avoid a lot of problems later on to change the name. And if you're booking a flight on the public package, then it will show correctly onto your ticket. As for the custom country-specific flights, that can be amended later. But initially, we said that it may be a problem to change, but we can see that it's been sorted straight away. So you can do that. And we have some time, inshallah ta'ala. Even if you're not verified still, brothers and sisters who are not verified, we are seeing people yesterday and the day before, many people being verified, alhamdulillah, and they messaged me and the team. But however, still, if you're not verified, please do not worry. I will look into this. We're still looking into some people who have not been verified, especially some people with indefinite leave to remain or not being connected to the share code with their passport, not filling it in properly. But now that's been updated. So now, alhamdulillah, some people are getting verified. And with that note, it's just important that you are aware. The question was posed. Some people who are not verified, seemingly or for some reason, are not aware that they can actually view the packages still. So if you're not verified and you're logged in, it doesn't mean you can't view the packages. So there's a tab which says packages, okay? And then above that is another button which says packages. So there are two package buttons. The one in the black background or the dark sort of gray background of the Nusuk tab, if you click on that, you can actually view the packages. So be aware, and it's really important that you are viewing packages and going through the different configurations. The next question or common question that needs to be answered is in regards to transfers with public packages. So these are options for your comfort and ease of transfer, brothers and sisters. Uh, in the previous years, we've had last year particularly, it was a little bit of difficulty for the service providers to arrange the transport. So this year they have that option where you can choose the train or the private car option from the get-go, from the beginning. So you have that private car, which means some form of a car service, whether it's from the airport company or a private car company that will arrange for you to go to your specified accommodation. So what would you need to do is choose either of the train or the private car option. Okay. We also understand that transfer options, brothers and sisters, are showing, as we understand, with a display error. And what do I mean by that? Brother Ayman and other brothers have pointed this out. May Allah bless him. The transfer segments between cities are not matching. Nothing to worry about. Do not worry, as this is an error in display from Nusuk, or how it was uploaded, or perhaps some kind of an error in wording. But the cost and value of the transfer matches that segment of the journey. As we understand, there should be no issue. So if you book that, you'll have no problem, inshallah. Okay, so we've raised that as well with them. So just to clarify once again, when you see the transfer option of a car, if the segment, meaning between Mecca and Medina, if you're arriving in Mecca, sorry, your transport is required to a particular city and it's not matching, the amount or the cost of the value of that transfer matches that segment of the journey. So therefore, you're okay to select that. Okay, and even post booking, we can troubleshoot that, but just tick on that and pay for that, inshallah ta'ala. Right, so the third question was some people asking about Nasamat al-Bayt. It's ex Nasamat al-Khair, it's a new management, and it is located in Ar-Rawdah of Aziziyah. So it's more nearer to the Haram. There are two, Aziziyah in and of itself has different areas, one more nearer to Jamarat, one more in the middle between Mina and between Mecca, and one more nearer to Masjid al-Haram and Mecca, as in more nearer to the Haram, to Masjid al-Haram. So Rawda is more near to Masjid al-Haram as opposed to Shisha or other areas which are near to Aziziyah. So in short, just to recap for everyone, in shifting packages, the hotel or the accommodation is booked for the days leading up to Hajj, during the Hajj days, because regardless of which package you're on, you need to have some form of accommodation for the days of Hajj, so that, God forbid, la samahullah, if somebody's unwell, there's somewhere for them to go and rest. Okay, and there is access to that place where your main luggage is stored, your hold luggage, as opposed to your small rucksack that you can take to Hajj. And later on, post booking, we'll discuss and give you more details in regards to what is permitted to take to Mina, because of a vast amount of people staying in Mina. And they will be only permitted to take certain sized luggage or bags to Mina. We'll talk about that later, but the point is, your main luggage you can't take to Mina, and you can't come straight from home and check in to Mina. Okay, so those looking for a very short package, still going into just the 5 days of Hajj is not possible. You still have to have a hotel or something booked during the days of Hajj. uh, and obviously, the shifting package, just to recap for everyone and for anyone who's new, you'll notice that the shifting package with the same hotels is cheaper than the non-shifting package with the same hotel. Why? Because you're staying in two different accommodations. Okay. There are some packages which are non-shifting but are far from the haram, which are sort of to give pilgrims a sort of variation and a sort of another option, which is to stay in one accommodation, whether it's in Azizia, whether it's in Voco Hotel. We have a package like that throughout the journey. Okay. Therefore, instead of staying in two places, if you stay in one place, you get a better hotel. Okay. Generally, the in shifting packages, the whole point of shifting packages is that we compromise and stay in a standard hotel, so that after Hajj you stay in a 5-star hotel. Okay, so the standards in a normal shifting package of the hotel will be 3 to 4 star, and even then, it's just for us to go there, put our luggage down, rest after a long journey, okay, and then be able to shower, freshen up, okay, and get ready for Hajj. And this is the point of a shifting package. In regards to some people ask the question, actually that should have been another slide. In regards to um, going or having access to the Azizia, whether it's Nasamat al-Bayt or whether it's Samat Diafa, we will post perhaps videos. The team will post videos of those hotels and their locations. You can go on YouTube and search it as well. But the whole point is what I wanted to sort of remind everyone is that somebody posed a question about access to those hotels during the days of Hajj. Absolutely, you'll have access, right? But is that the best option to go to your sort of Azizi accommodation during the days of Hajj for a shower or something like that? This was the case previously in the past, and it was a selling point in the past to sort of say, okay, you can go to Azizi and you can go and shower. But as a Hajj organizer, we will be able to assess at the time of Hajj, is it suitable to go to your hotel and then go to Haram or not? We cannot say at the moment, but we will advise the best option for your overall comfort in terms of going there to shower, etc. during Hajj. Please be aware, and this is the next point, that Mina, the tents in the last 3 years, alhamdulillah, the toilets and the facilities are much better. For those who have performed Hajj before COVID will understand. In Mu'asim, the tents, the toilets were a bit of a problem, and same with Majal al-Kabsh, but generally the toilets were an issue. But now it's much cleaner, and there isn't that really sort of difficult smell that was in the toilets. Uh, as as was before. Now it's much better. Apologies. So obviously, if there's a lot of people using the loo, it's still going to be quite um, busy. There'll be queues and things like that. We'll talk about that later, how to deal with queues and things like that. But still, the facility is far better, I must say, than it was before in both Mu'asim and Majal al-Kabsh in terms of the toilets. So therefore, sometimes it may be pertinent or might be suitable or better to just stay in Mina and not move too much. And we'll talk about that in coming post booking and later on, inshallah ta'ala. But the option is there to go to your residence if you need to during the time of Hajj. However, is that the best option? Well, that's something that you need to check with your group leaders and the staff and before you go. What we have is sometimes people choose to make a decision or to go to a place, and sometimes it doesn't work out the best. Sometimes you end up walking for hours, getting tired, etc. So the thing is to trust our advice. Usually, if you follow that, then it's more comfortable, inshallah ta'ala. Now, with regards to discussing about a successful booking, because ultimately, I want to just reiterate that all of us here who will be attending the Hajj, inshallah, this year, who are intending to attend Hajj and to book Hajj, remember that there is a possibility that you may not get through. Okay, have that in mind. There's no one who can guarantee your space. No one. Okay, and the system is not set up in a way where somebody has advantage over another. Okay, so you need to be aware that make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts your intention, and at the same time be ready to make a compromise and have at least some people are saying to have 5 options ready, but you know, have at least 4 options, 3, 4 options ready for the day of booking. Okay. And think about what is the most important factor to choose a package. Okay. So what you need to do is place into your cart a package according to your priority of need with some backup options. You might have 3 things that you've got, but 2 things you don't have, or 1 thing that you've got, two or 3 things, but maybe 2 you didn't get. Sometimes you get all of the things if you're lucky, inshallah ta'ala. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants that, then alhamdulillah. So you have flights, okay? Be aware that Hajj flights are so in demand, and so the service providers try to get as many flights as possible, matching the dates of the packages. Sometimes they go into the time of the package. We have people from USA missing nearly 2 days of their hotel because of that, because the system here is where the packages are devised and then the flights are then added to those packages. Okay, and so therefore they put a sort of in and out sort of maximum. So within that date range, as we mentioned before, the flights are added. Obviously, if you'd like to get the most, some people called and asked about booking a flight. Say, for example, on the public package, if it's starting on the 28th of May, it allows you to book on the 27th. So you arrive on the 28th, but not the day, not 2 days before, but at least one day before. So if you book a flight that's on the 27th and you arrive on the 28th, and your booking is from, always remember, from about 5, 6 p.m. Okay. Check-in time is 5, 6 p.m. in Hajj. It's normal. Okay. And that's something that you need to bear in mind. It's not like clockwork where you come in Umrah or on a holiday. There's, hundreds and hundreds of room checking in and checking out at the same time. So the question is, if you come a bit early in the morning, will you get your key card? Um, if it's available, alhamdulillah. But be prepared that it could take up to 4, 5, 6 hours. But what you can do is always, our team and the service provider team will, of course, allow you to go and put your luggage in the reception, in the lobby, and maybe in Medina if you arrive first. If the package is Medina first, you can go and pray in Masjid al-Nabawi. You can use the loo and the toilet facilities. Absolutely. So this is something that you need to be aware of. So look at, so some people the flights is very important. Some people the hotel location is important as opposed to standard. Some people know the standard is very important. Location isn't too important because they don't mind coming in every day if they save a bit of money and they've got a better hotel. And I give you example like Voco Hotel is very, very good standard. So people don't mind if it's just one straight road, Shari Ibrahim Al Khalil, uh, those who know, or you can check online, will take you to the Haram. Some people don't mind. I'm going to save a lot of money. I can put that towards taxi fare or shuttle service if there is a shuttle service. In Umrah, there is a shuttle service, but just bear in mind that the roads can be very busy or sometimes closed. So, in terms of getting coaches in, so small cars always get in. So, this is something to bear in mind. Also, cost per person is something that you need to be looking at as well. Overall, how much is your budget? Based off that, you look at all of these things, okay? So people are looking at room occupancy. Some people want only double. Some people don't mind. Okay, I will take a triple or a quad. We appreciate that the room occupancy for double is less, or very less, we can say, but we are working towards getting more double rooms. Even post booking, there will be an opportunity to book some double rooms subject to availability. We'll talk about that later on. But for now, if you want to secure your Hajj package, look at the option that is, one, two, and three, and then see which one's best accordingly. Obviously, also you need to look at the guidance and assistance, inshallah ta'ala. Obviously, that's important. Alhamdulillah, we've been delivering the Hajj and serving the pilgrims according to the Quran and the Sunnah, and we provide guidance from pre-Hajj, all the webinars to prep you so much so that you will tell us, inshallah, how to perform Hajj. I assure you, so long as you attend the webinars. Okay. But we also have a seminar, physical, so we can see and meet the each other, pilgrims, and also the guides in at East London, inshallah, in the East London Mosque around May time. Also, throughout the trip, there will be assistance and support. So this is something also that ultimately there'll be hundreds, if not, thousands of packages, right? Hundreds of packages, but over thousands of people, and there'll be many options. So choosing the important, it's important to choose the right guides and get the right assistance and know that people who know about the Hajj or have experience about Hajj are with you, inshallah ta'ala, who can support and assist. And please bear in mind that no Hajj comes without a challenge. Every Hajj there is a test and a trial, and Alhamdulillah, if you have the right people and if you have the right mindset, and if we go with the right mindset, the whole Hajj is a beautiful experience, and it is something that is life changing. So Alhamdulillah, so far it's been smooth, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the ability to deliver and to serve the pilgrims in a very smooth way, inshallah ta'ala. Um, you also have Mina location, and I'm going to talk about this in a moment. Some people asked about extras and gifts and merchandise and things like that. As I mentioned 2 days ago or on the last webinar, that you need to check on the package itself at the bottom. It has rosary beads, for example, tasbih, umbrella, or anything like that, whatever's included. But I would say that shouldn't be your main factor. You can always get these things there. How much is it going to cost? All of those things, £20, £50 max. You can purchase everything, including umbrellas, in Mecca. Okay, when you arrive, no need to purchase it from here. As soon as you arrive, all the things related to Hajj, even you're going to come to the stage where you're going to have like some people have these umbrella kind of hats, and then different types of umbrellas, different types of hats which can provide um, spray water, things like that to keep you cool. All sorts of things you'll find merchandise in Mecca suitable for Hajj. So that's something that um, you can look at later on, I would say. Okay, but that shouldn't be your reason for choosing a package. It should be one of the if it's extra, alhamdulillah. And last year there were a lot of gifts given by the Ministry of Hajj in terms of Nusuk itself, the service providers. And what happened, there was a lot of wastage and just the amount of rubbish and things that were left behind. It was quite disheartening actually, because people have come to Hajj and there's a lot of wasting going on, and that's something that we uh, discourage, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us all, inshallah ta'ala. Now, Mina location is the next point. There are two places mainly, okay? And you have, if you go to the Nusuk website, you'll see this Major al-Kabsh and Mu'aysim camp. Now, there are going to be other sort of buildings here. There's some next to the Jamarat, like very expensive, sort of, mashallah, luxury buildings. But the majority of the pilgrims will stay in this area C area, which is Al Mu'aysim camp. Okay, so it's all of this area here. Okay, and there's Majar al Kabsh, which is around here. Okay, so the location of Majar al Kabsh is closer. There are some packages of Majar al Kabsh, but there's a very limited number of spaces on that. The vast majority stay where 30,000 roughly is housed, or pilgrims are staying, which is in the camps in Al Mu'aysim. Now, what is the difference between Major al Kabsh and Mu'aysim camp? Okay, what's included? Okay, so I wanted to make the point of, in terms of package descriptions, make sure you check, it has, if it says half board, then it means Mecca, Medina, you have open buffet breakfast and dinner. This is in regards to your hotels, but Mina camp services, you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, in hot meals for lunch and dinner, breakfast sometimes hot, sometimes some snack boxes and things like that. But majority of the time, it's hot meals, except for the night of Muzdalifah. And this is across the board, brothers and sisters. Whichever, if you stay Major al-Kabsh or Mu'aysim, you're still going to go to Muzdalifah in the same place. Okay. So Muzdalifah, the night of Muzdalifah, after completing your Arafah stay and on the day of Arafah, standing in Arafat, inshallah, may Allah make us from them, inshallah, this year. You'll have a lunch there, and then you will make dua, stand and make dua in Arafat until sunset. And at sunset, then all the pilgrims from Arafat until late or night or early morning, all the people in Arafat move to Muzdalifah and stay the night in Muzdalifah. Now, Muzdalifah, there's no tents and there's no meal there. Okay, so whatever you have, all the snacks and things like that that you've been carrying, you kind of manage with that on that night. And this is across the board, right? So Mina camp services, both Mu'aysim and Majar al-Kabsh have the same sort of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and refrigerators for the cold water drinks, etc. Throughout the tents, there's tea and coffee 24/7. And one thing to mention, and that's the key point, is that they are going to be air conditioned, and they're plasterboard tents to keep the tents cool. Now, there's a caveat there as well. Just because there's air conditioning, whether you're in Major al-Kabsh or Mu'aysim or wherever in Mina, just to bear in mind, and you'll remember what I said here, those of you who, inshallah, successfully, inshallah, book when you're in Mina, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., whether there's aircon, super desert cool aircon or not, it's still going to be warm in the tent, but it's more reasonable and it's more bearable. Okay. You have to understand the heat in Mina or in Mecca is very intense. And with people coming in and out of the tents and the sort of ceiling area or the top part of the tent being open with for ventilation, it does still get a little bit warm. However, having that extra air cons installed and plasterboard to sort of create a room environment instead of the PVC fireproof tents makes it much cooler and more comfortable. Also, I didn't mention here the sofa beds. Now, for both Muaisim and Majal al-Kabsh, there are sofa beds as well with blankets and pillows and sometimes with sajada prayer mats. And so this is a standard for all Muaisim and Majal al-Kabsh. So the only difference is the distance. Okay, so that's something to be aware of to Jamarat. Now, majority of the European Western pilgrims stay in Muaisim, and what you'll find is that more, yeah, and you'll find all the British and American and Australian, they're all in this area, and you'll be able to meet other brothers and sisters within that area. And the mashayikh and the ulama scholars also are very accessible there. So they come between tents, and we get scholars to come and join us also to give some talks and to join to visit and give salam and give some nasiha during Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. Arafat, lunch and dinner, sorry, lunch only, not dinner. Apologies. Lunch is provided and refrigerators full of cold drinks, air conditioned tents, and all of this. Um, Obviously, Arafat is a place where you're not really going to eat or drink and stuff. You're going there for the most important day of your life. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa he says, Al-Hajj Arafah. Hajj is Arafah. It's the most important pillar of Hajj. And if the day of Arafah is missed, then the Hajj is missed. And there's no way to give them or a penalty to you have to give a penalty, but you have to come the next year to perform the Hajj. So it's such a big, important day. And may Allah grant us the ability to stand in Arafat as brothers and sisters, inshallah, to make dua, inshallah, and to seek forgiveness from the hellfire, inshallah. So this is about the questions posed to, that was about the Mina, Mu'aisim, and Majr al-Kabsh, and also ultimately the summary was that it's the same, it's just a distance. Now, based on that, now we talk about wheelchair options. Now, in the Nusuk website, you have an option to add wheelchair. So how does that work? The wheelchair option on Nusuk, all that happens is that the service provider will ensure a wheelchair is available. Okay. However, you have to push the wheelchair. Nobody's going to push your wheelchair. Okay. My advice to you, as a brother to you all, is to say that whoever has mobility issues, okay, be aware that whether you're in wherever you are, even when you go to Umrah, and if you've been to Umrah, you understand that in Masjid al-Haram, okay, when you're performing Tawaf and Sa'i, you can always hail or sort of ask one of those sort of stewards and people who work in Masjid al-Haram to sort of, you can pay. There's a service for them to push you rather than you pushing them. And my advice is for you not to push. If you want the ajr and reward, alhamdulillah, but you have to look after your health. And you have the Hajj to perform as well yourself. If you're not well, then how would you look after your family and the one who cannot sort of is not as mobile or cannot walk? So it is important that you conserve your energy, and you also perhaps can pay someone to push you to go between Safa and Marwa, particularly. And if somebody's absolutely wheelchair bound, then they can also get for tawaf as well on the first floor, okay, of Masjid al-Haram. So you have extra cash ready for that, okay? And that will make it easier. In the same way in Hajj, you do the same thing, just like in Umrah. However, question is now, between the masha'ir is a term used for Mina, Arafah, Muzdalifah, what happens? ultimately, if the person is a little bit mobile, who can get up, get down, sort of board a coach, get off the coach, then you're fine, because the shuttle service will take you from each point of in each place. So from Mina to Arafat, the coaches or the shuttle coaches will come right in front of the main gate of the tents. Okay, so there will be a gate. You have to walk to the gates area, and then from there, get onto the coach, and it will take you to Arafat. In the same way, from Arafat to Muzdalifah, and from Muzdalifah back to Mina, and in the same way. So this is in regards to transfers between the mashair. However, for Jamarat, separate arrangements need to be made with our support. Okay. What tends to happen is that on the first day, perhaps somebody can push, and we can find somebody nearby who can push the person to Jamarat and help. I've pushed so many people, mashallah, over the years, but it's not that easy. It's not for them. You need to have endurance and strength as well. And so, alhamdulillah, we're blessed to go regularly, and may Allah keep us healthy. We're able to do so, but I do know it's not easy. Whether you're in Major al-Kabsh or in Mu'aysim, it's the same, as in it requires some effort, because the Jamarat is massive. It's like the Haram, massive. It's got a big area, surface area. So it requires a lot of pushing. And what would you would need to do, I would advise, is perhaps just through us and through the team, arrange somebody. Maybe there are poor people in Mecca who are around in Mina. Usually you can find someone who can push, and you can pay them. It forms it falls under a form of charity to these poor people, and they will push, and you can stand next to them and walk with them. So that way you get ajr, they get reward, inshallah ta'ala. And then perhaps on the first day they do it, and they feel that, okay, I've done the Jamarat, okay, but now perhaps in the next day, what can happen if somebody's really not mobile? And usually what happens is people not feeling well, some people, the elderly, or tired, exhaustion. Obviously you'd have to consult the sheikh or the scholar, but then you can give tawkil, and what that means is give that to another person to be able to, or yourself, you can do it on behalf of that person. Okay, so niyabatan anhum, yani, you take that, the role of throwing the stones on behalf of your family member if they can't go, and that can be done as well. But obviously you'll need to check with the sheikh if it's valid or not, and depending on the situation of the pilgrim. But again, keep extra money for this. I think that's a good advice, and it will help, not just rely on the option on Nusuk. Yes, they'll provide it as and when you need it, but the question is, will you be able to push it all the time? And that's something to consider. So this is the main things that we wanted to talk about. I'm going to move straight down to what should I do now. Now there's an updated package page. I'm not going to go through packages for now because we have questions, and we're here for the packet questions today. But we will have regular Q&As. Brother Maher will update send the updated, or it's on our link on our website, the updated packages. Maher, maybe you can say something
Yeah,
about that.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaykum salam.
We will be updating the PDF accordingly. There will be an update tonight, and we'll share the link. The link you can use is the one that has been posted in the Telegram group. Generally, it will be the same link that will be redirected to the most up to date. So there will be an update tonight. Please do check back in the morning to the PDF.
Okay, barakallah feek.
Just on that point, it isn't a case of the package is changing. It's just an update on any additional programs and any unpublished packages so far.
Okay, thank you. So wait up for that, and we will also announce it on the Telegram group. I know Telegram has been quite difficult for many of you. A lot of you many of you have complained, or not complained, but have sort of said to me how it's overwhelming and it's hard to keep up, and I appreciate that. But I hope you're following the webinars. It's the important information is here, and also if there's any announcements, look out for the announcements. So this is an important announcement as well. We will share this also on Telegram tonight. What you need to do, what should I do now? Get verified on Nusuk if you haven't already. Again, reach out to our team. Sincere apologies. Some 2 or 3 people I haven't responded to, but majority I have. Obviously, where there is a possibility for helping and supporting, we are doing, and where there is something where it requires contacting Nusuk, I've not been able to do so for the last 2 days, but tomorrow onwards, I'll be able to do that. Um, uh, so do keep reaching out to us. Some people mentioned that they couldn't get through or that nobody was answering. Absolutely, we are answering calls. If we're not answering, it means we're on another line. So be aware of that. We are constantly on the phone. But please bear in mind there are certain times of the hours, like 1 o'clock in the morning, we're not going to answer. It's, we also have to have some rest, and then the following day we will support you. Normally, Telegram groups actually shut between 9 p.m. till 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. But we haven't done that. We've left it open. So we do appreciate that some people are messaging very late, which is fine. I understand. And some of you are answering each other's questions, which is great. You're supporting one another. May Allah bless you. But please, if you want to speak to us, bear in mind that obviously we will respond. It's just we're getting through a lot of messages. So, secondly, view your packages where we are supporting and configure the package into your cart now. Why I'm saying do not wait until the 9th of February, because you need to be familiar and you need to know, and you need to also have 2 or 3 backup options so that you are sure, okay, I know which one I'm going for. And ensure, we said first have 2 backup, but keep 3 backup at least packages. So you need to know the code numbers or the name of the packages, and even if it means on the world flight, on the public package, there will be plenty of availability on the public package as well. Please note that. And whatever packages sort of finish in the first phase on the custom, say for example, and I want to be honest, it's very important. We have been that look on the first phase, maybe it might not work out for you. Okay, majority of the pilgrims got on the second and third round last time. However, you should try on the first round, first go. Okay, don't wait. And if you can't, then afterwards, there will be a quota set for, and for sure, for the public packages. Okay, once all the quota is complete from all the other countries, then that will be again in the phase 3, okay, where everyone can book from any country. So UK and USA are the countries that require more quota, so you'll have plenty of chance then as well. So don't give up, that's the main thing. Okay, and there will be more options, inshallah ta'ala. Please be aware of that. And top up your e-wallet with sufficient funds, but add the maximum package amount from your 3 preferred packages. If you have 3 preferred packages, don't go by the lowest number. Put in extra. La samahullah, God forbid, if you can't find something, you have the full amount ready for if the price increment is there for the public flight, for example. But what a lot of people are saying, they're worried that the price will go too high up on the public package. What we found last year is there are people who booked very early with us. Straight away, they got the better prices, in fact. So it just depends how quick you are to get on the 14th of Feb when it does open. So far, the 9th and the 14th are still on as it is, but if there's any changes, we will let you know. I hope that's clear. And we'll hold Q&A regularly. The next session, inshallah, is on Wednesday, inshallah ta'ala. If there's any changes, we'll let you know if it's Thursday instead. But we're targeting Wednesday, so that's after 2 days, to cover any updates and also more questions and answers. So let's stop there and open the door to questions. Brother Ghazi, sorry, Brother Mahir,
Yeah, inshallah.
do we have a guest or anyone with us today?
No. If you can just give me the co-hosting right so I can allow so
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, so just in Q&A, a lot of people are posting questions in the chat, which we're trying to answer as quickly as possible. But please do raise your hand. We'll give you a chance to ask your questions as well. So, Brother Imran, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Sheikh, and brothers over at Hasan Travels. A couple of questions. On the public packages,
Mhm.
where so on the public package, let's say one of the one that I'm interested in, it says 15 days, but obviously you can customize your flight. So can I make it so then I'm looking at a 12-day flying in and flying out, but within 12 days? Obviously, it says 15 days, but if you customize your flights, can I make that like 12 days?
Yes, you can. The dates given are always for outer dates, and you can
Okay.
choose your flights accordingly, but you have to be careful in terms of the entry date. Mushkat, could you give some
Yeah,
advice
so
in
in the
terms of the
entry
entry?
date, just be aware that it's written on the at the top. There's a disclaimer, or there's an op. It tells you that with Saudi Airlines can come in much later. I think 2nd of June, but the
Yeah.
rest of them cannot. You have to come before, so you cannot book a flight with, say, any other non-Saudi airline. Um, this has been the rule for 25, 30 years now, where only Saudi Airlines come on the last 2 days, but before that, it has to, the rest of the airlines can come up to that date. So there's a 5th of the Hijjah in as far as I know, 4th of the Hijjah, or 5th of the Hijjah. It's written clearly on the.
Yeah, I have read that. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as
Um,
it's within that, then you're fine. If you come back earlier, or you come later, but with Saudi, then you're fine. You
okay.
can do
And
shorter package. No issue.
okay, no problem, Jazakallah. The other question I wanted to ask you is, obviously you've mentioned to have maybe 3, 4, 5 packages possibly in mind as backup solutions. So now
I mean, this
with
is the advice, people are giving, but I don't see how. If you're fast, you get in, you get in. Inshallah, you'll be able
yeah,
to you get the package.
yeah,
But yeah,
inshallah. To be honest with you, obviously I'm not. I hope and pray, inshallah, that everyone gets their option one, inshallah.
Ameen.
But
Ameen.
obviously, I'm waiting. I'm just thinking worst case scenario. So one of the criteria is obviously is the amount of dates for me personally and my family who will be traveling with me. But
Mm-hmm.
there's not, because of that, I'm very limited as to the number of packages. So I was just wondering, let's say, inshallah, obviously I want to travel with yourselves, Hasan Travels.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to go with I find another random package
Mm-hmm.
that has the required number of days, but it's not with yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
How does it work? I've not registered with them for Hajj travel. If I turn up, will they still be my guide, or do you
Yes, they
have
will
to?
be. Yeah, they should be.
Okay,
Depends on who it is. Some packages may have assisted guides, and some may not. It depends on the size of the company or the tour operator who is guiding. Some are smaller, some are bigger, so it just depends.
okay. So I
So
suppose likewise. So if someone who hasn't registered with yourselves
yeah, they will join us.
selects one of your packages, it's not like, okay, because they didn't register,
No,
they're not going to be guided. Obviously,
absolutely.
so okay,
We had that.
okay,
We had many people actually last year who we didn't know, or we hadn't had no conversation with before the booking day, and we guided them and we took them, and Alhamdulillah, yeah, it was fantastic.
So
We post
okay.
the
booking,
key
we
the key
start a
thing in
different
terms
conversation.
Yeah, the key thing in terms of registering with us is obviously to ensure that you are allocated in our group if you do book a package that we are supporting, because
Yeah,
there
no,
will be other guides involved as well, and you may be allocated to them if you don't register with us.
yeah, no, inshallah, like I said, I've got a couple of, but it's just because the number of days. I'm just thinking, absolute worst case scenario. And just a final question. So the Majar al Kabsh one, because again, one of the backup packages that I'm looking at in phase 2 on the 14th has Majar al Kabsh.
Hmm.
But from previous webinars, you mentioned that it's very competitive, limited spaces. So you could purchase that package, and then am I right in saying you can purchase that package and then very well end up in Moisim camp? Is that
Now,
right?
if you have purchased a package and it shows Majal Kabsh in your booking, you will get Majal Kabsh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. If
Okay.
Majal Kabsh
Jazakallah.
is not available, it will change on the system to show Al Moisim. Okay.
Okay. All right then. Jazakallah. Okay, that's all.
Okay. So I move on to the next person, Brother Ayman. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, I just have two questions. The first question of mine is, first of all, starting, with the flight for one package. As I was looking at the Diamond. I think I put on the group chat. I think, I was looking at the Diamond 8 one, and then I think the flight one on the way back is 3:30 a.m. from Jeddah, Jeddah, but you're going to be in Medina, so I'm wondering how would that work with the timings, like, because obviously it's a big distance if you're going by coach. So would you cut a day from the 3 days we're supposed to spend in Medina, or how would that work?
Did you want to answer that one, or do you want me to answer?
I'm so sorry, I missed the question. If you repeat quickly, I'm very sorry. Or you
So
want
the
to ask
question is
Aman?
around the date leaving.
Mhm.
It shows that the flight is early morning from Jeddah, and they're
Mhm.
staying in Medina.
Mhm.
So what would happen in terms of them leaving Medina? Would they lose some of the night there? What time would they leave? So just some advice around that.
Um, I'm so sorry, I missed the question. If you repeat quickly, I'm very sorry. Or you want to ask Aman?
So the question is around the date leaving. It shows that the flight is early morning from Jeddah, and they're staying in Medina. So what would happen in terms of them leaving Medina? Would they lose some of the night there? What time would they leave? So just some advice around that.
Okay. So, as mentioned before, what happens is the hotels are booked first, and then the flights are booked. This is the issue. So sometimes what happens, there's a loss of some time in the hotel. What used to happen before, some people used to book, and then the flights, and then the hotels. We don't want the issue where the hotel is not available at the time of flying out, and then you get in and the hotel hasn't started, and then people used to. I remember years ago, people would be stuck on the street and things like that. And they don't want this kind of situation, so they book the hotels and the flights. Obviously, flights is not in anyone's hand. It's airlines offering whatever they can offer in terms of seats on those dates, right? And everyone's trying to get the same seats. So what on that note, if sometimes it is Jeddah to Jeddah, and then what happens is you get transfer. In under normal circumstances, I would say it's 5 hours, 5.5 hours, okay, to between Jeddah to Medina on the coach. Now, if there is an option to add train, we will add that. We will contact you and then add that and say, would you like to add that to your package? We're talking about the customs specific package. As for the public package, it already has the option, but I'm not seeing any option for train or car in the custom sort of country specific packages, which have a flight attached to it. So what we would say is that we will look at what the best option. But yes, you would lose some time in the hotel. Absolutely. This is quite normal. Sometimes people lose time the other way around on the way home. So what happens is people have a flight at 1 in the morning. There are rules specified by the Ministry of Hajj that if you're leaving Medina, okay, so if Medina is last, for example, you have to, if you're going from Medina Airport, you have to go 10 hours before to the airport, or 6 hours before. If you're going from Jeddah, then 12 hours before. And doesn't it's not you, it's not me, it's not Nusuk, it's service provider. It's beyond that. It's the governmental sort of rules where they don't want anyone to sort of miss their flight, and then that's another whole disaster, because then finding a seat to go back home can be difficult. So yeah, ultimately the answer is there will be some time lost, but at the same time, we will do our best to sort of get you to Medina as quick as possible.
Okay, Jazakallah.
And
And
vice
then my
versa.
second
If you're
and my
leaving the
second
country.
question.
Yeah.
And my second question is, after, on the first day when you go, when you have to go to the haram to do the tawaf on the first day and then get your head shaved, because I'm thinking about doing a shifting package. So how would that work in terms of, the transportation back to Mina, and on top of that, maybe going to Azizia to get some clothes, like my kameez or stuff like that.
Okay. So you're talking about the Hajj Tawaf on the day of
Yeah,
the main day of becoming Tahallul al-Awwal, to become
yeah,
halal first, yeah? In that
yeah.
day, you wanted to cut your hair, you said.
Because I was watching a few videos, the
Mm.
last couple of days, and you see people, then they, when the Kobani is done, then they go to the barbers, and then they put on their clothes. But those people are based, they have the hotel next to the haram, so they can go and change. Or if your
Yeah,
hotel's
I
in
mean,
Azizia,
yeah, so that's a good point. So there are, there's not facilities, but within the tent area, there are spaces where people cut their hair, or there's pop-up kind of barbers kind of thing, where people help each other cutting their hair, and there's certain people that come, people looking for, you have to understand Makkah and in Hajj, there's so many people from all around the world, and they come looking for opportunities of business, or poor people, they come and they have I know it's not a full barber's, like a shop, but it's these they cut the hair in the tents, or not in the tents but beside the tents. They set up pop-up barbers. Those people who've been to Hajj will know that they do it there and then. No issue. And even if you find that maybe difficult, you can take your own razors and shave somebody can shave your head, or vice versa. However, that's an option. Or you could go to Mecca or in Azizia, whichever place, to cut your hair. That is an option. I'm not saying it's not an option. It's possible. But I'm saying what is advisable, perhaps at the time of Hajj, we will to say to you, depending on what's going on. Is that okay, brother?
Yeah,
So
and with
yeah.
the sorry, just with the clothes, like for example, if after once I can come out the state of
So
farm,
we
you
we
recommend
take our clothes with us to Mina.
beforehand. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll just bring it before. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will
So
advise.
we
So
will give all of this advice post your booking with regards to the practicalities of what will happen on each day, depending on
can
your
I say
itinerary.
something as well on that note? So we're going to provide a list, a travel checklist for your whole 3 weeks, 2 weeks, your whole journey, and that's what you pack from home. Okay, and then we're going to provide you with a separate travel checklist prior to Hajj, which you're going to sort of, you can just literally know that you've got everything. You know, that stress of not knowing what to take, right? You could just tick off, I've got this, I've got this, this is what I need for Mina. But I'm gonna leave out everything else. I don't need everything. I don't need my suitcase and all my everything with me. So maybe 2 pairs of clothes for the day of Eid, or Yom al-Nahr, we call it, is this day of sacrifice, or the 10th of the Hijjah. So that is, prior to Hajj, we will advise you accordingly, brother. Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
I think as part of your question, you mentioned in terms of transport back,
Yeah.
we'll advise according to group setting. Some people choose to go to Makkah outside of the group and do the tawaf themselves. In that scenario, you would have to arrange your own way to get back to Mina. But as long as you're with the group, alhamdulillah, we've taken people one form or another from our side to Haram and brought them all back.
Can
so
I just
alhamdulillah.
clarify as well to every single one of you who's watching? It's very important that all transport is included except for the transport between Masha'ir on the day from Mina to Mecca and back during the days of Hajj. No company, no provider, nobody will provide this. This has been the case for years from the beginning. Right? Why? Because people choose different times. There is a 3-day option to go and perform your tawaf and sa'i. So people go at different times. Some people in the night, some people in the day, some people in the morning, some people in the evening. Now, and the way the transport, the whole of Mecca becomes gridlocked. Okay. So what will happen is this is when we come in and we will try and find a slot, a time that's suitable for the group to go to Mecca. Again, there's different scenarios, different situations, depending on the needs and where you are. Okay, and the weather, so many things can impact, so planning that early is difficult, but so far all these years we've been able to guide people to take them to Mecca and bring them back together. Okay, and that way, and we choose a time that's munasib and suitable, so you are in comfort and not walking around for hours and things like that. Allahu Ta'ala, that's the plan. So the rest is with Allah. But there is so far it's been amazing. Alhamdulillah, we've been able to help the pilgrims arrange to go and come back as well. Obviously, it's not part of the package. There may be a cost to that. There may not be. If we can find the right system in place, or the facility, then we will work with the service provider and ourselves to arrange that for you.
Jazakallah khair. Yeah,
I think that's a very important question because a lot of people ask that question. Thank you
Jazakallah
for
khair.
that.
Brother Sadiq, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Brothers,
Okay.
Jazakallah for doing this. I really appreciate. It gives us
Mashallah.
a comfort feeling to go to
Inshallah.
this. It really is very important. So I have done Hajj pre-COVID where the travel agent is there. You give him the money and he arranges everything. But anyway, so one question. I live in United States. I
Mashallah.
would like to join you guys.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
I have looked at a package which you support. Um, I hope it's okay if I can join you guys.
You're welcome. Last year we had people from US and we really enjoyed, mashallah. So ahlan wa
Jazakallah.
sahlan. You're welcome.
So, second
New
question is,
Zealand, many countries we had, yeah.
yeah, I've been hearing about this whole queue system of login that was there last year. This year, it seems like they will have phased logins for each country. So how will that
Oh,
work?
I heard this. Look, brother, this was said by some. We heard this before, but it seems to be now. The update is that it's first come, first serve, and there's no queue. So there's no.
Okay.
You know how they had that queue and wait 50 minutes, 30 minutes. It's
Yes.
just whoever gets in. If it's successful, done. You've got your booking. I think
All right. So
the bandwidth must be very high then this time to be able to handle that many amount of people trying to book at the same time.
okay. So
Let's see. We'll
Inshallah.
wait to see.
Yeah, inshallah, whatever. I mean,
Allah make
whatever
it
it
easy.
does. Allah, yeah, Allah make it easy for us.
I mean,
In every all other effort, it will all account into our
absolutely,
Hajj effort,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
Allah will reward us. So, the second question, of course, you answered just now was what will be the arrangement for Tawaf Ifada?
Ji,
You said over the years you have already arranged it, and you some way or the other will arrange it.
ji.
During when we go from here, so let's say I
Mhm,
buy a package with a group flight,
mhm,
right? So if I make arrangement and I come over and take a London flight,
mhm.
obviously I will not be able to come physically to join you guys and know when will be the first time we'll meet in Medina, or
Physically to join. Do you mean like when you are? Are you going to? Are
when
you
you are
planning
doing
to
the
take a
webinar.
public? I'm so sorry. Are you planning to take a public package or a custom package?
I wanted to take a custom package.
Chalo. Okay, fine. Then that's fine. If you take a custom package, which means the
Group flight.
flights from Gatwick or Heathrow or
Yeah,
whichever city.
yeah.
Then yeah, I mean, if you get through, then absolutely you'll hear from London. But before that, we'll have webinars for all of our sessions and all of our physical seminar that we have. We will still share with. We'll do a live video. It's a long one. It'll be a couple of hours.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I have been there. There are physical ones here too going on in
Yeah,
Chicago.
you should
I'll
attend,
attend.
inshallah.
Yeah.
But in terms of fiqh and understanding how to perform Hajj, I can, I'm inshallah say very confidently
Okay.
that if you attend the webinars, you will know how to perform Hajj and you will tell me how to do Hajj, inshallah.
Uh,
Inshallah. Yes. No,
yeah,
no. If you
that
follow and
what
if you
happens.
stay on,
Everybody.
if you follow, I will repeat myself so many times. You will remember in Hajj and you'll say, Subhanallah, in the webinar he mentioned this, and I see that visually now, exactly. Because we'll use images and we use things, inshallah.
The
Inshallah.
intercity transport for the packages that you support, is that through Harmain train? Because the Nusuk is just providing a blank
Coaches.
statement that it is, yeah, we
Mm.
call it buses, but yeah. So is that the norm, or would
No,
you be?
so I mean, look, if the possibility is there to add a train, we will straight away reach out to you post booking, inshallah. Those who have booked will say to you, okay, if this is possible to add, we will add that on the custom packages. As we said, it shows for some reason Haramain train, but when you actually go to the package, if it doesn't, on the picture, but when you go to the package and you select it, it doesn't show anywhere where there's a train. If it's included, alhamdulillah. If it's not included, we'll do our best to try and add that on intercity. But on that note, yeah, so if you did book a public package, which we had from USA majority last year, they booked their own flight from US, okay, and then when they arrived in Jeddah, our logistics team would receive them and take them to our accommodation, and we'll be together, and that's it. And then only in the
Okay.
time of departure separate. But if you feel like, yeah, you want to start from phase one and you arrange your own flight to London, that's absolutely fine. There are some people as well from here, as I said in my last webinar, that some people may go to France and choose
Yeah,
the France one because the France package is looking very good.
I heard that. So, um, is there a separate quota for the public packages? I'm afraid if I don't go with the
No,
custom packages,
there is.
so if I let go of the custom packages,
Try
I still,
custom. If it doesn't work out, then wait for public.
okay, inshallah.
Inshallah. That's,
All
I
right.
think.
Jazakallah, brother.
Thank you so
Jazakallah khair.
much. May Allah bless you.
No worries. The next hand up is brother or sister Najima. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Salam.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I just we just wanted to inquire about how to go about it for the visa, or do you have to select the packages and then from there?
Have you been verified, sister?
No, we don't know how to. Yeah, how it works.
Okay, so you haven't gone. Have you provided your passport and photo and verified yourself on hajj.nusuk.sa yet?
Yes, because we've applied for the visa last year, but we haven't had anything back.
Okay, just to reiterate, obviously, just to understand, you tried to verify yourself. I'm understanding. Visa is post booking, after booking, not now. First, you have to book
After.
your package.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
have you registered? Are you verified? Do you know on hajj.nusuk.sa?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Can you
Yeah.
see packages, sister?
No.
If you need help, can you give us a call tomorrow?
Okay. Yeah, I think
Do you
so.
have
Yeah.
our number? Here's
I've
the
got
numbers.
your email. Yeah, so I will
Can you
look for
take
the
these
number.
numbers down,
Yeah.
please? So I'll let you go and we'll talk tomorrow if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
We'll
that's fine.
help you,
Yeah.
inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for your question. May Allah bless
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next person,
So-
Ola Omar. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for these webinars that's been, and I think it makes everything nearly clear, nearly.
Inshallah.
Just because we're starting to get used to how to configure the packages, and
Inshallah.
we've done this with a couple, so that's to understand how everything works, the public one, the custom one. It seems that the custom one is the easiest one because you choose a flight with the thing and this is it.
Attached.
But we have two problems. The first thing, we were willing to get a premium non-shifting with Voco
Very good.
or a luxury shifting with Anjum. But the problem is the the premium. We tried the silver long. Silver long, although it has the flag of the UK, there's no flights from UK. This is the first. Secondly, when we try to book a double, it doesn't allow us. None of the premium at all allows you to book. The only one that allowed us to book a double was a luxury shifting with Al Jamil, with Abdul Latif Al Jamil. And this is the only one luxury
And
shifting
you
that
have
allowed
also
us double.
Sierra Diamond 5
We
9.
didn't like the diamond one, the shifting diamond one. We didn't like it.
So on the
We,
Voco one, brother, on the Voco, if you like the Voco one, you can inshallah post booking you can upgrade that to a double room, most
you
likely.
mean when we
After
arrive?
booking. La. After booking, you have a few months, isn't it? Then we will reach out to those people who have booked the flight, and then we will you can liaise directly with the service provider, or we will be speaking to them on behalf of you, and we can arrange that, inshallah.
So I
Yeah.
shouldn't worry about that the premium
No,
doesn't
so
allow
give
a double.
if you contact myself or one of our team members, and we'll put a note down in regards to the Voco. That one, it shouldn't be a problem, inshallah.
And Anjum will be the same because these are one
Anjum,
of
we are
the
trying, we're pushing. Actually, brother, the team from Jamil Abdul Latif Jamil actually was actually going to join us. I'm not sure what happened just now, but maybe he got busy. The senior manager, director. I did ask him to join, but inshallah ta'ala we've raised that with him, and let's see what happens in the next few days. Yeah.
Okay. The other question is if when I was doing the public package and I choose something to go from Heathrow and to Jeddah, so
Yeah.
Emirates or something like that. So when I arrive in Jeddah, it does give me the option of Al Haramain to go from Jeddah to Medina through the train. And I added it, to be honest, I added it to the package because I feel it. But there was someone mentioned before that there's no luggage allowed on the train. This means
Yeah,
our
that's a
luggage
good point.
will.
Very good, very good. So is it a luggage question?
Yes.
Yeah, I
How is
mean,
the luggage?
look, the luggage is very there. If they see a family with 2, 3 luggage, they're okay. But if they see a family with like 10 pieces of luggage, then they start
No.
flagging
We are
it up.
not that. No, we are not that.
لا
I
لا
think
بس
we'll be just 2
عشان
bags
إذا
or
فتحت
something.
الموضوع, if you leave the option مفتوح, what
Open, yeah.
happens? Everybody will bring. So that's why they make these rules. But inshallah, under their discretion, that's the word. Now, if لا سمح الله, but if they say something لا يعني مشكلة or some إشكال, then still they will transfer it for you at a small cost. I think 50 riyals or something per piece. So
Mm.
it's not, and you can get it in Medina straight away.
So should I book it from
I
the
think you
start?
should, without a question. Train is
Yeah,
very. If you do,
yeah,
if any of you are looking at public package, without fail, book the train. It's much shorter. You know, you don't lose so much energy. It's much more relaxing.
yeah,
So book
yeah.
the
This is what
train.
we like.
And it's not expensive as well.
No, it's not. I
No,
think it's
no. It's just
500 reals or something like for two persons. So it's
yeah, it's very
250
good.
per person.
No, it's very good. And you'll save time. And if you're spending all this money for Hajj, if you can get the train, go for it without question.
But I think if I book it from Jeddah Medina, I don't need to book it from because because we will be going back from Mecca
No,
to Jeddah,
you don't
so
need
there
it.
will be
La,
you don't need it. Okay,
no.
so just one way.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the standard is if because there's one my wife did like one of the standard packages that's shifting, and she will even if I choose a standard shifting would that because the price is quite nearly like the Mao premium
Yeah.
so they are just 1,000 or something, but she likes it the shifting one, but she is afraid because some I think there was a mention that the standard is not allowed to upgrade to double
Mm.
room. Is this
Yeah, this
true?
one, the standard package, which is Samal Diafa and Anjum, isn't it? 6 nights.
Yes, this is the one
Yeah.
she is mentioning it.
It's a good package, I must say. It depends on the availability straight after booking, but I can't say to you. The problem is it's not in my hand. I will put again, as I said, we're pushing very hard to for this, but I can't say to you, Akhi. I'm so sorry. I wish I could tell you something else. So
And
give it a couple of days. Let's see what happens. But keep 3 or 4 packages in your hand. Which one? Ya hada, like this, option.
okay,
And put one in your cart. أقل شيء.
yes, okay,
Minimum.
okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Allah
much.
يكرمك.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. God bless you.
جزاك الله خير.
Allah يبارك فيك.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Next person,
ما
they don't have
يعرفش
a name. Assalamu
ماشي.
alaikum.
حميد.
Assalamu alaikum. Zoom user. I'll have to call them Zoom user because they don't have a name. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. No, I can't hear them. I'll leave them with the ability to talk, so they get the chance. We have a number of questions in the chat, so I'm just going to bring up questions in the chat. If anybody else wants their questions answered live, please do raise your hand, and we'll give you permission to talk. So I'll go up and just select a question from the chat. Okay, so one of the questions asked, can I ask what the expectation of staying in Azizia for the 13 days, including Hajj? Will there be any post-Hajj tours and seminars during the days in Azizia or in the shifting quota accommodation?
Okay. Which accommodation did you say? Sorry.
Any of the shifting accommodation within Azizia?
Yeah, I mean, in general, Bismillah ar-Rahman. So, just to answer that question, in Azizia in the 13 days, including the Hajj days, will there be any pre or post Hajj tours and seminars? So, one thing to bear in mind, everyone, in Hajj nowadays, in Mecca, it's difficult to get a ziyarah and a historical tour like we used to previously, purely because the Mecca roads, the logistics, and all of these things have been, it's quite difficult to get in coaches to take people out, etc. All of these things affect. So you will see, even though it gives the option on the package details, but you'll see that Mecca tour is unchecked or unclicked. But whereas in Medina tour, it might have it, it might not have it. On some options, it's giving you the Medina tour option. So one thing to bear in mind, Hajj, obviously, there's a large number of people. We will do where possible all the time, try to fill up your time with as much as we can. We have Mashayikh with us. We'll arrange talks, whether it's in the Musalla, in your Aziziyah accommodation, whether it's in the hotel, or whether outside in the Haram, if it's sitting outside in the courtyard. But where possible, we'll add it in. But to put it into an itinerary and give you that, it's difficult, okay, for the 13 days to tell you right now, okay? When it's nearer to the time, we could understand, and then we will be able to tell you. But yes, there will be some form of Hajj, pre-Hajj sort of, definitely there is a pre-Hajj, what we call a preparatory seminar there to prep you for the days of Hajj, okay, inshallah. And you have the 5 days of Hajj, you have your mashayikh, and predominantly the mashayikh, will lead the prayers, guide you, talk to you, give nasiha, keep us spiritually sort of motivated for Hajj, and give us reminders about each day. The thing is, brothers and sisters, all of us talking about everything in one go, it's difficult. What will happen is tomorrow, I'll give you an example. Tomorrow we're going to Arafat. Tomorrow is the most important day of our life, as I mentioned before. Today is Mina. We're staying in Mina. In Mina, we're going to reflect. We're going to spend time thinking about the most important day of our lives, perhaps. And we're going to prepare ourselves of how we're going to, first by looking at the fadila and the virtue of this day, and then we're going to, discuss that the day before, and then on the day, there will be, for example, listening to the khutbah from Masjid Namira, leading the salah and praying together, and then making dua individually. So there'll be time for individual ibadah, and there'll be time when the group mashayikh will guide as well. So this is how it works. Obviously, the 13 days you mentioned, obviously within that, there's 5 days of Mina, Arafah, Muzdalifah, and the days of Hajj. So around 8 days or so, 9 days, you'll be in the Azizi accommodation, or the accommodation when you're shifting. So in that time, you'll have time as you come in. The first day you come in, you'll need a day to just sort of orientation and rest. We don't advise moving around too much. Then you get accustomed to the surroundings, and then you say, okay, after Dhuhr, I'm going to go to Haram and come back after Isha. Probably you can do that. There'll be easily you'll be able to do that. There'll be plenty of cars, and I know, see, let's just say, let's go with that there isn't any shuttle service. So when there is, it's a bonus, rather than saying there is shuttle service from now. If there is, alhamdulillah. But from now, let's just say there isn't, and we will arrange 5 or 6 of you, say, for example, from one room, or one within the group, you start making friends, and you say, let's go together to the Haram, and then we all sort of ride share to the Haram. It's possible, and it's very easy to do so. So this is how you spend your time, I guess. Yeah, so where possible, we'll try and add, inshallah ta'ala. That's the gist of it. Barakallah feek.
Another question is,
I hope that answered the question, by the way.
yeah, inshallah. Just reiterating this point again, is it true that if Hajj quota is filled by custom packages, public packages won't be released? So could you just reiterate on the point there?
No, there is a percentage of custom packages and percentage of public packages. There has to be space for public packages. Okay, and there are many countries. Last year from Portugal, only a few people came. So the whole Portugal quota was given to the global, meaning anyone from UK and America could book. That quota was passed on to UK. It started off with 3,500, but in the end, around 7,000 to 8,000 pilgrims from UK went to Hajj. So double that. So we're expecting more this year, inshallah ta'ala. Is that okay? So there is a possibility, inshallah.
Okay, there's another question. Somebody said, I've configured MAW19 leaving from Paris. I was trying to register on your website, but the drop-down does not give the option to select as it's strictly not supported package. What is it? How do you register? So, brothers and sisters, if you are going from a package that is not from the UK supported packages, just click any of the MAW. So, for example, if you're going with any of the CIRA packages, just click any of the MAW packages on our website, and we'll and register with us, and just give us a call just to note down that you have if you do secure your package, that you've secured that package, and then we'll ensure that you're allocated to us in terms of
But do fill in
guidance.
the form. That's the key
But
thing.
do fill in the form and choose any of the other options, or the closest one. Okay, Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah feek.
Just a couple more that I want to go through. One brother is asking, Brother Parvez, on the Nusuk website it says gallery view and single view. What does that mean? So if you could explain that. But I think it's with regards to the tile buttons in terms of view on Nusuk. Muhtadi?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a display thing, just a display regarding which browser you're using and so on.
So for that brother, when you see the option, it's how it displays all of the packages. You will get a single view, you get a gallery view. It's just a display option. That's all. Jazakallah khair. Okay, I think we've answered the majority of the questions in the chat. One brother is asking, package prices start from, for example, 28,999. How much approximately will be the maximum package with flights included and VAT to get a ballpark amount, please? Brothers and sisters, we have to advise that you need to configure your package based on your option, and that will give you your final price. We can only go on starting prices, and depending on your configuration, your final price will be shown in your cart.
Can I just add a point? So a lot of people are worried that VAT is going to be added. VAT is inclusive of the original amount. It just does an auto calculation and the VAT is already inclusive. So there's no change in the base price. Okay, so just when you add the flight or you change the room occupancy, if there's an option for that, then it will change, but the VAT is already recalculates. So to give an idea, the best option is to configure right now and try to, and again, repeating to those people who are not verified and are watching, it doesn't matter. You can still view packages and get used to it, inshallah ta'ala. All you do is go to the filter and choose Abdul Latif Jamil or Sira Group Holding. And these are the two that we are guiding, inshallah, most of the packages, inshallah.
Okay.
And refer to the table that we've provided for which ones that we are guiding, inshallah.
Another question, Salam, can you please clarify public and custom packages again? I'm trying to book MAW 18. I'm selecting multi-city, then I'm selecting from LHR. Will this be on the group flight? So MAW 18 is a public package.
So you can answer that, Maher, as you say.
Okay, so public package, MAW 18 is a public package. If you're choosing a custom, so a flight from the GDS, then it is very likely that we will not be accompanying you.
I don't know what
GDS
flight is.
It is the global system that will be showing through Nusuk. Just like Skyscanner, you'll be able to choose your different flights. If you are selecting a flight from there, we will not be accompanying a group flight. But again, like as the Sheikh mentioned, the logistics team will be picking you up or, finding you in Jeddah and transporting you to the accommodation. Will be with you from there,
inshallah. So it's in a nutshell, the one that you're looking at is a public package, which means you can choose your flight accordingly, okay, and then you're not with a group initially. You travel just like a normal passenger going to any country. We will take some information post-booking about your arrival times. We will triple check this because we don't want any issues when you arrive, that you didn't find anyone, and then our team will ensure, we're working with the service provider, that you're transported to your respective accommodation, inshallah, and then join with the group. Hope that answers the question.
One of the brothers asking, is there a time tomorrow I can call to discuss my situation as advised by you? I'd like to pick a time which is least busy for you. Generally, brothers and sisters, our phones are ringing continuously. We're getting messages.
Please don't be too polite, brothers and sisters. You can call us. It's okay.
Just call us, and inshallah, we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. If we don't pick up your first call, or
you have my direct number, you can message me or Muhtadi or Mahir or any of the team, and then we'll say, brother, are you free now? And then khalas, we'll call. No issue. May Allah bless you.
Just again, can you reiterate the point? There's a question. We are not verified yet, but we cannot view any of the packages.
You can view the package if you're not verified, brothers and sisters. You can. I saw your message, Mazin Abdul Majid. Please give me a call, perhaps tomorrow, if you can, first thing in the morning, inshallah. And if you reach out to Muhtadi in regards to your issue of why you're not being verified yet, please do reach out to Muhtadi. Okay. Barakallah feek.
Okay.
Do you want to demonstrate to everyone how to view the package once you're logged in? Shall I do it now quickly?
If you can log in, then that would be good.
I'll just quickly show because it's really important. Look, brothers and sisters, even if you're not verified, I'll just show you this before we go because it's really important, even if you're not verified.
Sorry.
I can't seem to log in. Anyone else logged in? Or Teddy or anyone logged in? Oh, 1 second. It's really important that you see this, and it's very important.
Okay, just while we wait for Brother Muhtadi, people asking when is Jamil 203 being uploaded to Nusuk?
Okay, another good point. Jamil 203 will be Jamil 204. It's changed to 204. For whatever reason, I'm not sure, but it's changed to 204. So please be aware. Don't wait for 203. It's changed to 204. We'll update our sheets, inshallah.
Yeah, but it's still not published yet, so you'll need to wait.
Yeah,
In
so don't
terms of
look
when,
yet. We will inform you anyway.
yeah, in terms of when it will be published, we can't give a timeline on that, but we hope in the next day or two, inshallah. Okay, Muhtadi, are you able to? Yes, please, if you can just show how to view packages if you're not verified.
I'll just let you share. 1 second. Yeah, go ahead, Muhtadi.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum everyone. So when you come to your dashboard, on the top here on this black banner, regardless of whether you're verified or not, you will be able to click on packages. When you click on this, it will bring you to this page where you can choose your preferred package.
Brother Muhtadi, if you go back 1 second. I'm so sorry. Is there a way to go back? Okay, so what people are seeing is this screen here. And I had 3 or 4 people, they were stuck here and they say when they click book your package, it doesn't allow you to do so. Okay.
Yeah, so for people that are
you need to just
unverified,
go up a little bit more. Sorry, just if you go up, look where it says book your package, right? The package is up there. You click there, and then you'll be able to see it. So some people, if they're not verified, they see this on this screen, right? And they get worried and, oh, look, it's all grayed out, book your package. But if you click on packages above, you'll be able to view, inshallah.
yeah, also I wanted to mention here where it says the buy package, that will be empty for those people, and their wallet might even say click to activate. So they may not see the same page as what you're seeing now, but you click on activate wallet, and then you click on the top where it says packages. Incidentally, this is where the my cart or the basket is. A lot of people think, where's my basket? It's up here. Are you able to see that, Mishkat? Or?
Yeah, we can all see it.
So when you click on that, how do you empty your cart? You just click this button. Yeah, and you click yes or no. I'll press no, and it's disappeared. The blue dot will go. That means there's nothing in my basket. Again, notifications. You click on this, it will show notifications for all your notifications. People want to visit, like follow requests or so on. Or if you have a family, member adding you, you go on there. But when you come down to here, you can type in the code name, like Diamond 5, for example, and it should go straight to it. It's a bit slow. The quicker way is actually to select your service provider and go to, for example, Abdul Latif Jamil. And you'll be able to see all of the programs. And again, here it might say 1, 2, 3, but you can see 13. You can keep pressing next till you go to the next pages. Inshallah.
Are you okay to show quickly as well, if you have the PDF open, just to show how people can right click and copy the link from the title? As long as they're logged in.
Just to mention the question on the screen saying we cannot find the package Diamond 19 as well. If you answer that, was that answered?
1 second.
I'll share the right screen 1 minute. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my table, and you can press Control and click, and it should automatically open to the package summary of that particular program when you're logged in on that same browser. Alternatively, we will actually provide a Word document with the actual long URL if that helps people to cut and paste. But say, for example, Jamil 200, I click on that and it opens on a separate tab, goes straight there, but I have to be logged in. And different browsers will have different settings.
Very useful.
So I think admin will actually share this to everyone, maybe as the long URL.
Yep. Can you show one more time? If you go back to the preferred package to right click copy as well works.
Copy
Right
link.
click, copy link, and then paste it in.
You do that and
Yeah,
open it like that.
excellent. There we go.
So right click, copy link, open a new tab, paste, and it should open up. And again, just to remind people, where is the button? When they're doing it on the phone, they're struggling to find the buttons. Try and use a computer or a laptop. It will show all these banners and buttons a lot easier. Configure package and
Right
go
at
to
the
the next
bottom.
page.
Right at the bottom.
Thank you. Barakallah
Okay.
feek.
Somebody is asking a question about made a payment in my wallet, but it's not credited. It's staying wait till 6th of February. With regards to that question, do contact us at the office and we can advise you accordingly. We'll have to end the webinar there. So Jazakallah khair for your questions. We'll hold a webinar in a couple of days. We'll send out the link in the Telegram group for further questions. And as usual, you can still contact us on our preferred numbers, the Hajj hotline, and post questions in the Telegram group. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah feekum. Thank you once again for everyone for joining, and hopefully it was informative. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from us and from you. And inshallah, Rabbuna yassir, Allah make it easy for you. And we're here, inshallah, we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts our intentions. And yeah, we're here to support you. If you need anything, just contact us. And we are here literally all the time, going through all of the questions and answers. Once again, if there's a little bit of delay, please forgive us. We are trying our best to get back to every single one of you, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Barakallah feekum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.